I'll manage letting people in and watching chat.
Okay, that would be
so
great.
That you can minimize like that stuff, so it's
Okay.
not.
Awesome.
Realty one connects to you, you're gonna wanna go on here and update that. Does that make sense? Okay. And then I can help you at any time. Okay, look this up. No.
I'm gonna pause this and then I'll start the recording.
Okay.
I just started the recording, just so you don't
Okay.
freak out.
Great. Okay, so there's that. I'll go ahead and leave the payment up.
Now, if you're wanting to do CE, then it's the $10. So that's
And you, yeah, and everything, if you go to the bit.ly/TNT pay, everything is done on there. You pay on there, you fill out like the CE form. So all you have to do is go to that link. You need the credit, but it does not, if you're in your first 2 years, it does not work for SAE.
Yeah. You don't have to do the CE, but if you're wanting to get this account, then you
Right.
need to go here.
Right.
You're saying to Google that?
Just pull up, yeah, just on your web browser, just type it into the web.
I didn't hear what you said. You don't have to do it, but if you're wanting to get what?
Right. If you want to get CE credit, 1 hour continuing education credit,
Okay,
go to the bit.ly, that link.
right.
And then you can get, you'll fill out, there's a form and everything on that website that you'll fill out.
Right. I'm in my first year and I want the credit.
Okay, so it won't count towards your first year stuff. So you can pay and it will show up on track, but it's not actually going to give you an hour of credit.
Will
So
it give me
better
that
you not
next
to
year,
pay.
or may as well not pay, right?
Right, exactly.
Okay.
You get credit on track, but it doesn't count to your SAE if you're in your
Right.
first 2 years. So it's up to you. If you want it to show on your record, yay.
Right.
I'll say $10. Thanks, though.
You're welcome.
Really
Okay,
appreciate
I'm
it.
dropping in chat the links for these two so that you guys that are online. And in fact,
What's it called? Get found on Google?
get found on Google. I'm going to drop the actual slides in chat. Well, let's see. No, I don't want to have to dig through Dropbox.
I dropped a link in there for TNT Google, if that's the slides.
Yes, correct. The slides are available. There's a link for the slides on this first page. So same thing, it's a BIT, it's a short link. That will get you the slides. And then this link will get you payment for CE.
What I got was Google Tracking Builder.
Did you do www or just HTTP or?
Just Bitly.
Okay, bit.ly, and make sure you do all caps with the TNT pay. Are you trying to do?
I'm trying to get the slides, trying to get
Okay.
the slides.
Okay. Let me copy it and put it in chat for you.
TNT Google?
Yes, TNT Google.
Okay, it's saying it's been blocked by Bitly's system as potentially harmful.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Fun.
I'll try it. I'm gonna try it a third time. The first time it sent me to a Google Tracking Builder that has a ton of URLs.
Oh, interesting. Okay, well, let me,
Could be,
Anne Marie saying it's case sensitive. Did you try?
it is case sensitive.
yeah, all caps after TNT, starting with TNT.
TNT, yes. The whole TNT and Google are all caps.
Is anybody else getting the slides?
Anybody else having trouble getting slides?
It says the URL has been locked.
Okay, then I'm gonna, let me see if I can edit it. No,
So hold on, I'm trying it again.
okay. Because if not, I can resave it. In fact, I might just do that anyway.
Yeah, it's locked.
Okay,
Is it because this is harder?
It's been like 300 years.
Right? I mean, you look exactly the same. Oh, maybe it's in the screen or like on TV. I like next to you outside Zoom.
That's actually kind of funny. Well, while we're being quiet, my name is Whitney Hauser. I'm from TNT, and this is Nicole Blayton. Sorry, I thought I was here a little earlier, so obviously I think y'all, and there's definitely some new growth.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, so if you guys want to introduce yourselves, see who's working with you, and tell me a little bit like where you came from and how long you've been.
You've got also
Okay,
5 people online.
I'll see y'all later.
Yeah,
might be hard to get
we have a few online. But
That'll
we
be
have
hard
a
to
good
get to.
crowd inside.
Oh, but I'm gonna have my first artist and people also. So,
So they can't, the people online can't hear you.
okay, well, I'll just be quick. I just want to hear who's here. Hi, y'all. I said y'all.
Love it.
My name is Liliana.
Unplugged. They're doing online intro, so y'all hang tight. Or they're doing intros in person, not online.
I
Great.
have been with DLT1 since December.
No babies yet.
I'm Deanna Galvan. We actually had lunch
Yes.
with Sandra at Searchable. I think when I first started in
Long time ago.
2019. Yeah,
Pre-COVID.
it was.
This is gonna be really weird adjusting to back.
You know, see your face. and
Yeah.
everything in person, right?
That was the one thing I missed the most, people's smiles.
Yeah.
Everyone looked the same with the mask.
Come on in. I'm loud.
Yeah, it's not, I
No,
understand
no,
something.
What are you trying to do?
Cobble maker? Saying my
Right.
credit card to go.
That didn't work?
8-9 months, and I've been with Facility One for 8 months.
Same.
Hey, welcome.
I'm Benny Reyes. I've been with DLT One for 10 months.
I'll send a quick email later, but just let you guys know, I'm here to support you guys, and you are, it's such a great group already, and I know you have tons of tools and support already, but it's always nice to have another side gig. You can come in and say, hey, I need extra help or whatever, and we can talk about what we can do. This is Nicole, and she's phenomenal. We help people all the time, their businesses on lots and lots of different levels, and we've got a bunch of new things that we've just rolled out in the last year, and I'll send that list so you guys can see the things that we can do for you guys individually or in your groups or whatever it is. So I don't want to keep you guys from your class.
Question, you know, Audra?
Yes.
Well, I think we're good, Nicole. So if you wanna-
Okay.
Cool.
Cool.
No,
Oh, yeah, did you edit?
Yeah, I edited the bit.ly.
Wonderful.
Okay, slides. I edited the bit.ly and it's now TNT Google 2. It is still all caps. Ah,
Does anybody drive the big black truck?
oh, not it.
Thank you.
I think I'm right next to it though. What happened? So I changed the link for the slides to TNT Google 2. If you need to download those slides, that's where you're going to get those. And for the rest of y'all here in chat on the Zoom, I'm going to drop the full Dropbox link. That should help you grab it if you're having any issues. And then second thing is if you need CE credit, we are going to use the link that's here. This is the bit.ly/TNT pay, all caps, okay? TNT pay if you need CE credit. 1 hour of CE, but not SAE. Okay, everybody good with that? Online people, you good? Oh, here. Okay, y'all ready to get started?
Yeah. Yes, you guys have a like, how many of these are there? Just 3 here?
There's 3.
There's 3 here. Do we have a printer? If we
I
want-
can print.
If you guys want, what I can.
Who else wants one?
I'm just gonna make it quiet.
I'll put 2 credit cards.
I'll print it. Yeah.
Hey, thank you.
And they're not.
Stupid. I'll help you after class. How about that?
I'm trying to find the.
All right.
To pay.
Yeah, the link to pay should be bit.ly/TNT pay. Or I will also give you guys the full link. Oh my gosh, I'm
What is it
having,
supposed to look like?
it is supposed to, if you're gonna pay,
Is anybody's credit card on her? Keep saying that's what you said.
this is what the online form looks like for payment, and I'll drop this chat as well.
You don't remember? The number comes out, right?
Okay, so that's for the CE payment. The top link for you guys in chat, that's for the slides. For those of y'all that are here, if you want to go to the payment, it should be bit.ly/TNT pay.
Yeah, so.
Let me s- Yeah, I think it's all caps. Let me see. Oh, I can't even spell.
If you log into Bitly, you should be able to find it.
Yes, and you can, we can always email you the link later on too.
Okay.
So both links are all caps and they are case sensitive. Don't do any www. You don't even need HTTP. You can do bit.ly/TNT pay and then slides, TNT, Google 2, again, all caps. All right. We good? I think. Y'all want to start? Okay. As Whitney said, my name is Nicole Boynton. I am TNT's Director of Education, which basically is just a fancy way of saying I teach classes and stuff. I know I've met with several of y'all on Zoom. It's nice to see you in person. Thank you for being here or being online with us today. We are going to talk today about how to get found on Google. This is a number one, my favorite four-letter word, starts with F.
Fine.
Free. I don't know what y'all were thinking, but it was totally thinking free. This is a free service and it allows you to essentially, if you have a Facebook business page or you have an Instagram account, this allows you to kind of do the same thing, but through Google, which is great because if you think about what Google does is they go check the whole internet, all the, 10 million gabillion websites and look for stuff to put in their search engine. If you are instead saying, here, Google, here's my stuff, here's what I do, here's where I'm located, it's a whole lot easier for them. Gonna help you, right? So we're going to talk about how to build this page, what you're going to do with it, how you're going to use it, and the specifics, because one of the things, that was awesome. One of the things that if somebody has already created a Google page and you're trying to do it, it's going to tell you you can't because you all have the same office address and the address can only be used once. So if somebody's beat you to it, I guess the rest of y'all are out of luck. No, I'm just kidding. There's actually a way to get around it. So we'll talk through that. All right. So why Google My Business page? That's really kind of what we just talked about, but in a nutshell, it gives you a way to have people interact with your business, people find you online, right? Which is one of the biggest things, SEO, search engine optimization, and allows you to add searches, maps, you can put your listings on there. You can almost really just make it like your own website. A Google business listing, you can see here on the screen, comes up and it looks fancier than just a regular Google search result. If we go into Google, let me move some stuff around here on the screen. So let's just go to the Google. And if I search real estate, when I'm on the search results, wow, is that weird? That was not planned. When I pull up the results, you have, just these listings, but the Google My Business page gives you something that's a little bit slicker and fancier. Okay, so that's what we're working towards, is to be more than just a regular listing. Aspire to be greater than that. All right, best practices. When you are building your Google My Business page, you must represent a real business. I'm guessing since y'all are all real people, you all have real businesses. Make sure that your branding is consistent. Okay, so if you already have a domain name that you use, if you already have a DBA that you filed with Trek, that's the same information that we want to use on your Google My Business page. You want it to be recognizable because people already know your brand. Okay. Make sure your address and service area is accurate and precise. We're going to talk about that address piece. Choose the fewest number of categories. What is a category? Like put stuff in a bucket, right? It kind of seems counterintuitive. Why do I want the fewest number of categories? Don't I want to be like sales and real estate and realtor and investment? Like, don't I want to be all those things? Google actually says it's better for you to have fewer number of categories on this Google page. Okay, so keep that in mind. There should only be one profile per business. That's part of the address thing. And then brands, organizations, artists are not eligible for Google My Business pages, where those people can have Facebook pages. Okay, but with a Google Business page, a brand, an artist, they're not a business. Right? They're not a retail type establishment. You're not retail either, but you're a real business. This is an interesting statistic. 1 in 2 people who conduct a local search visit a store that day, and 76% of the people who search for something nearby may visit the related business within a day. Okay, this stuff works is the bottom line. More of the rules. I'm a rule follower, y'all. I'm sorry. Who is eligible? Business must make in-person contact with customers. Check, we do that. Not eligible for a business listing, rental or for sale properties such as vacation homes, model homes, or vacant apartments. Okay, so you cannot use this for your Airbnb business, but you can use this for your real estate business. Only business owners are authorized representatives. So you cannot create a business page on someone else's behalf. All right, how do we do this? If you already have a Google account, you don't have to create a new one. Meaning if you already have a Gmail account, you already have a YouTube account, you can use your existing account to log in and create the Google My Business page. If you don't want to use that, you want to be able to create a separate new Google account for your real estate business page, you can do that, okay? Whichever you prefer. If you want to do this and start fresh, you're going to go to this link. No bit.lys this time. Google.com/accounts. And mine is thinking.
I have a question.
Sure.
I have multiple Gmail accounts,
Mhm.
and when I was creating my business,
Yes.
I was in the wrong one,
Okay.
and then I tried. I don't know if this is the appropriate step, and then I'm done. But I did switch over to my business, my real estate business email,
Mhm.
and then I claimed it as the manager. Or
Uh-huh.
something like that. Does that sound like
That should work if you click, yeah, because then you'll see those sometimes on Google. Are you the owner of this business? If you did that, it should work. We probably I want to look at the administrative settings and stuff with you and just make sure, but yes, that should be the best way to do it. And if it didn't work, worst case scenario, you can always delete it and recreate it. Like, if you don't have a ton of followers and stuff already, you can redo it. All right. I went to google.com/accounts. Now, when I go google.com/accounts, because I already have a Google account, it pulls up my Google account. If I don't, then I'm going to create an account. Okay. Now, I, like many of you, have lots of Gmails. This isn't even the list of all of my Gmails. I still have a Gracie Title login, and we haven't worked for Gracie Title for almost 5 years. Yeah, so I'm going to say add another account, and then I'm going to do create account because I'm going to start fresh. I don't want to use any of the Gmail accounts I already have, any of the like 19,000 that I have. We're going to click create account. I'm going to create this to manage my business. And so now we're going to start entering information. All right. First name, I'll still be me, I guess. We're going to create a Gmail because you will have an email address that's associated with this business page.
Nicole, I don't know if are you sharing the whole screen or just the
Let's see.
browser? Because
It's not sharing.
You're right.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you.
there,
Let me do my desktop. I usually do that. Thank you. All right. Can y'all see now? Thank you. All right. Nicole's, we'll just call this Nicole's Real Estate and Stuff. Now, do you see how I'm using uppercase and lowercase? That is it, by no means required. You don't have to do it that way. I do it because I feel like it's easier to read. It doesn't change. People can still enter it online as all lowercase. It still works. I can use all uppercase. I just like the way that it looks. So for whatever that's worth. All right, then let's see. Hopefully I remember my password. All right, phone number. You're going to want to put your phone number, a recovery email address. So we could use, my backup could be one of those other 9 million Gmail addresses that I have. Oh gosh, y'all are about to see how old I am. Don't look. Just kidding. I don't care. All right. So we're just filling out the information as we're being asked. Next, verify phone number. This is a big, important step. And it's annoying. I know it's annoying to get these text confirmations and all of these things. Let me tell you that I teach a cybersecurity class, and I spent several years actually researching and learning about basic cybersecurity safety before teaching that class. The more inconvenient it is, something like this with this verification code, the safer it is, okay? So if having to do that extra step makes it that much safer. I know it's not fun, I know it's not easy, but trust me, it is worth it, okay? So we're gonna put in the verification code. You have an account, like using a Google account, but not showing the My Business on the waffle grid.
Here's a question for you, Nicole.
Okay.
I've had multiple Google accounts and it just confused me. So I like using one, and I have 2 businesses plus all my personal stuff.
Uh-huh.
So
So
I
you
don't
want to
need
add
to
the
create.
business page to the
Well,
existing account?
Well, first of all, what's your suggestion? Is that okay just to use my
It
regular
is.
account?
Yeah, it is. The only reason I don't know if y'all heard the question. She was saying, I have an existing Google account. I'd rather not create another one, have another login, another email. How do I feel about just using the one she already has? I'm fine with that. I mean, it's easier for you to manage one account. Really the biggest thing that would be an issue is that if it's an email address that you wouldn't want to be public, you know, it's like, I don't know, something inappropriate, something that you just wouldn't want in advertising. So as long as it's, your name, it's something, reasonable, then absolutely go forward with that one.
Okay, and then, thank you. And then my second question is,
Mhm.
when I go to the waffle,
Uh-huh.
My Business doesn't show up. Now, you may be getting
Okay.
to that, so I don't want to step you ahead.
So if you just type in your browser, go to business.google.com. So if you have an existing account, for any of y'all here or online, if you have an existing Google account that you want to use, so you didn't go through the setup that I just did, go to business.google.com and you should be able to log into your existing account, and then we can create the business profile on that account.
Okay.
So let me know if that works for you.
I don't have a business account. I just have my regular
Right.
account.
Yeah,
Okay.
totally good. We're going to add the business piece right now.
Okay.
So if you go to business.google.com, it should let you log in, and you should have your, up at the top, should
My-
show like that you're logged into your Google account.
Yep. Uh-huh.
Perfect. Okay. All right. So we are at business.google.com. Again, whether you just created a brand new Google account or whether you're using an existing Google account, with the existing Google account, we typed in business.google.com. We logged in. Now we're going to add our business to Google. All right. Let's do it. Add your business to Google. Business name. My business name is potentially different than my personal name that I put in when I created the Google account, right? Because we talked about we want your business name to be associated with your brand. What is your business name? Here's the other thing you guys have to consider in naming your business on Google is that you are required to follow the rules of advertising. So in your packet, I'm going to come back to that. You have to include these advertising rules. So this is on page 30 in your packet. Somewhere within your Google business account, it's going to have your firm name, that you're licensed in the state of Texas, that you are a realtor. You have to have a link to consumer protection notice, a link to information about brokerage services, completed, filled out information about brokerage, not blank one, your name or your team name, and your broker's name or broker DBA. Okay. So going back to then this question, how do we name this Google business page? What is the name of our business? Here are some things to keep in mind. Your business should reflect your real world name. It should probably be your name with the word realtor. If you have filed a DBA is a doing business as. If you filed a DBA with Trek, you can use that as your Google business name. If you have not filed a DBA with Trek, I would be very cautious about using something that wasn't your name, okay? So now remember, and I just said, I sort of contradicted myself because you just said, make our branding cohesive and make it our brand. We can still do that without making it the page name, okay? So the business name, the page name should not be a tagline, cannot include a registered trademark. So the word realtor cannot be in your business page name. It will be on the page, just not the name, okay? Because realtor is a registered trademark of the National Association of Realtors. Okay.
Real estate. Real estate would be-
You could say real estate. You could say Nicole Boynton, real estate agent. You could say, it could just be, your name. I would probably do real estate. Not fully capitalized words. That's also realtor, supposed to be fully capitalized, like we're striking out all over. No phone numbers or website URLs, no special characters. Geez Louise, registered trademark. Realtor has that too. And then, sorry, Remax, there's a slash in it. So you cannot use slashes. Pretty picky. All right. Naming what not to do. Don't put your address, your city, street, and then we'll get to categories. Okay, so let's flip back over as we create our business page. At this point, the only thing I feel like I have left is Nicole Boynton, real estate agent, maybe, right? But are you going to be Central Texas real estate agent, South Boston real estate agent? You could still include that as part of the business profile. So I'm going to create a business page with that name, Nicole Boynton, real estate agent. Business category, if you remember, when we looked at the rules, one business category. Don't choose multiple, even though we want to. Like I want to be real estate and investment and everything. So our one category is going to be real estate agent. Sure. whatever you feel like is most appropriate. It's probably going to be real estate agent. I'm gonna hit next. Do you want to add a location customers can visit? Yes, yes, we do. Next. So what is the address? Everybody's typing really fast and they're gonna hit enter so they can be the first one and claim the address. Here's the deal. Here's how we're gonna get around this address part. I'm pulling up my calendar so I have the address in front of me. The only way to get around the address issue is to use suite numbers. Now you guys have a suite number already. C, right? Okay, so I guess y'all are gonna have to like draw straws and decide who's C1, who's C2, who's C3, but you're gonna be C, suite C, something.
Mine is C, mine is 2.
Took it?
I think that it recently changed within the past year.
Interesting.
Because we did
Yeah.
used to have an issue.
And now it's
And
letting
when
you.
tried to claim it, it wouldn't
Cool.
allow you. So
I like it. All right. Well, then let's put it to the test. All right. Tell me the address here.
4021,
4021 South Capitol Texas Highway, yes?
and then suite C is the,
So when you did it, did you do add a line and add C or did you add it here?
I did it 2 years ago and it let
Let's find
me,
out.
So
Let's find out. I'm gonna hit next. All of that, and we gotta do it anyway. I would still though, be sure that you do include the C. Even if you add it as a second, like you do this add a line, either put it here and put number C or add a line and put suite C. But we want them to still find you, right? So now the bottom line is you're not having to do C1, you're not having to do C 10 billion. Everybody now, it looks like Google changed and is allowing us to do one suite for everyone.
Hey, Nicole,
Yes.
it brought mine in the same way you're doing it, and I did not add a line, and it did bring in suite C,
Mhm.
but it also brought in a phone number that is probably the office phone, 537-5205.
Okay, it should
I
let you
change that?
override it.
Okay,
Yeah, you should be able to type your own in. Do we
Um,
provide deliveries or home and office visits? I mean, yeah. You go on a listing appointment, do you go to somebody's house? Probably. I hope so. All right, areas that you serve. Why is this important? Yeah, people search location. You sell real estate in, oh, I don't know, the Austin area. Find locations that you want to add that if somebody searches that online on Google, that they find your Google business page. Okay. I do not know of there being a limit. I don't have anything in the packet. Let me see. Areas.
we can experiment, figure it out too.
Yeah, I don't have anything when I built the class that it gave me some kind of special note that it said you can only do 10. And 20 like is perfectly reasonable to me because I'm gonna put the surrounding stuff, right? I'm gonna put Wimberley, I'm gonna put Austin, I'm gonna put Georgetown. Now you may not because y'all are way out here, but what else? Buda, Kyle.
Driftwood, Dripping Springs.
Now, if you don't want to sell in Buda and Kyle, don't put Buda Kyle on here. Okay. If you don't want to sell in Round Rock, don't put Round Rock on here unless you want to refer and get a referral agent to a Round Rock agent that you sent this person to. I'm okay with that. But think about, we're trying to build your SEO, your search engine optimization. We're trying to build your keywords around your business goals. Okay.
Can I ask a question?
Problem child.
Do you know Charlotte?
Yes, we did. Hello, we did a Zoom with her. And we're like major Instagram friends. We're like this.
It's hard to not be with her.
I know.
I just put in my phone number. I don't know why it wasn't in there and it was not approved.
Just like my credit card.
That's where I was going. I was like, have you checked your credit report lately? Because I'm a little worried about identity theft with you.
Yes, I have my identity card.
Oh, good. Have you paid it lately? Did your credit card get declined to pay your identity card? Because
Is it does it allow dashes or?
yeah, did it give you a specific error when you tried to put in your phone number?
It's the approval could take 3 days and now I'm going through.
Okay.
You already have an
Okay.
account though, right? Did you already have an account?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you make edits, it does take time for them to review it. Sometimes
There
they
you
don't automatically make the change.
If you have an email.
But at
account,
first it
you
said
already
it
have
would,
an account.
yes, it would.
You
Yeah.
just need to set it up.
Up
You-
to 3 days and it already says it wasn't approved.
So here's the other piece too, that it could be a verification. So one of the big things we haven't talked about with the Google business page is because this is literally address based, they want to verify who you are and where you are. And so the phone number thing may be because they're going to send you a text, they're going to send you some kind of verification, Cheryl. The two ways that they do that can be through text, and actually the old school way that they still sometimes do is a postcard that they physically send in the mail to make sure it comes to this address. So that may be, but I mean, it's just telling you it won't accept it, like it's denying it, or it just says it may take 3 days to approve it.
At first it said 3 days and then now I'm going through and it says it was not accepted.
Well, maybe what we'll do is get you a Google Voice number. I mean, I'm serious about that. So, okay, add that to the list of things we need to look at.
Can I ask a question? I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead, of course.
So like backtracking before you put in like areas you service.
Yes,
So I put in the address for the Realty One Group over on South Capitol Texas Highway. And then the next page, it says, is this your business? As if I'm claiming Realty One Group Prosper is mine. Am I supposed to click that?
yes. So, well,
I didn't know if it was overlapping with-
actually,
the other option is this doesn't match, and I could do that.
the one that it's asking you, is this your business? Does it have anybody's name or it just has the company name?
Just the company name.
Okay. How do you feel about that? Should she claim? Because
The problem is if you claim that, then
That
you're trying to take ownership
right,
of
of
our
the
office
company one.
and that's not correct.
Yeah, so then I would say no,
Okay.
because really the business that you want is Realty One Prosper with your name. So really that isn't your business.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Does that make sense? You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, current website. Let's talk about this because this is actually way more important than you think. Website address, when we're talking about those rules on page 30 of the packet for advertising rules, one of the biggest ways to comply with information about brokerage and consumer protection notice is by adding a link in a profile to a website that is compliant. Adding a link in your profile, i.e. your Google business profile, we add a link to a website, and the website that you list has information about brokerage and consumer protection, reasonable and readily noticeable on the home page.
Has to be one click away. Is that
One click. It is one click rule. Yes, ma'am, you get a gold star. One click rule. So if you have a website that you can list, that if I go to it, when I click on your Google page, I click on the website, it opens up and there's information about brokerage and consumer protection, then that's the one you need to use. Even if it's not, you can still use that website address. It just kills two birds with one stone by having a website. Oh, no, don't.
You
Oh,
should just be able to go back, shouldn't you?
yes.
Oh, maybe not.
Dang it. That was really stupid. So I was trying to show you an example of, this is my dad's page, and that, yeah, that here are the two links properly labeled. So if this Austin's Best Homes is listed in his website on his Google page, then that covers those two qualifications, requirements. Okay. If not, we can still totally take care of it.
Where would you put those links?
Good question, and we're not there yet. Oh, I can't
Are
be
you
able to-
using our agent website for yours?
Yes.
Okay, your IABS and the consumer protection notice should be on those.
I was hoping so.
Sweet.
And they're at the bottom.
I
And if they're
love
not,
that.
you can connect on how you need to add the IABS.
Amber, you're the best. I'm gonna make a new business page. Amber is the best. Not because I screwed anything up, but because I screwed stuff up. Okay, y'all hang tight. I'm having to redo this because I didn't open a new tab, so. All right, just trying to get back to where I was. So y'all hang tight, talk amongst yourselves. Okay, we talked page names, we talked address, we talked about categories, we talked about areas. I'm skipping all this because I'm going to delete the page anyway. And website. So the website thing, put your Realty One website, list it there. Because y'all are awesome and compliant, unlike 99% of the rest of the Austin real estate community. Do you want updates and recommendations for your business on Google? Do you? I would say yes. I mean, potentially the worst case scenario is that you're going to get some extra emails from Google, but I would honestly rather that if Google makes some big sweeping change, like, I don't know, the address and suite thing, you want to know. So I would say yes. I mean, you probably won't read it anyway, let's be real, but all right, here's the verification piece that we started talking about. In order to manage your business, they have to confirm you really reside at this address. Postcard by mail. Yeah, it's really, they really do that. It blows my mind. Like for 10 years, they've been mailing postcards. Do you want to have a postcard with your code, your verification code sent here? Yes. Would it be very important that since like 25 of y'all are creating these today, that they know which postcard goes to which person? Yes, please put your contact name here so that if you get sent a postcard, they can get you your code, because this is the only way for your page to work properly. Your Google My Business page doesn't have full working functions unless you do this verification. Okay, so they're going to send you this postcard. It is possible that you may have gotten asked, do you want to get a verification text? Like they do some Google searches and they go, okay, yeah, we've seen you really, like this business really is at this address. Like they have enough to kind of verify on the backside. They may let you do it via text. I don't actually, I don't actually have a business called Amber is the Best at my house. So therefore they want to send me a postcard. Can't believe they don't trust me, but okay. You could also do verify later. I don't recommend that because again, it's not going to, you're not getting it verified right away. So it's not going to work right away. Now, add services, just like we had, this is different than category. We did real estate agent for our category, but do we have other services as a real estate agent that we offer? Yeah, probably. Investment. Hopefully you're not doing appraisals. Commercial, maybe. Farm sales, first time home buyer. Any of these things that apply, go ahead and add them, okay? You can also add a custom service if something is not here that you want to add. That might be investment property. Okay. You can continue to add custom service by hitting the plus sign. You can hit the plus sign on any of these. And then once you complete and have enough of those, you can hit next. By the way, anything you don't finish today, you can always come back and edit this stuff. Business hours. What do you think about this? You're going to put like 8 to 3 and people are going to totally pay attention and not call you after 3. It could happen. I can go either way with the hours. I mean, I would probably put open. I'd probably put, 9 to 5, because the fact is it's not going to really change anything.
Have you done much with Google Ads?
Not Google Ads as much as Facebook and Instagram.
Okay. that's my question with this, is because when I did
It
have
shows your
set
close.
hours, then it won't run the ads outside of those. It, for certain of, they have,
Oh,
like, they have
interesting.
3 different types of
Right,
ads
right,
you can do.
Right.
But for one of them, and when I went through it, so then I ended up just changing it to 24 hours
Yeah.
a day.
Well, I mean, and that's not actually a bad idea. That the difference is, if somebody Googles you and Sunday night, on Easter night, was it No, Saturday night, I was trying to find somewhere to go eat. And it was the night before Easter, so everything was closing early. And I'm on Google, like in a parking lot, trying to figure out what's open. Well, the Google listings tell you closes at 9 p.m., about to close, right? That's going to get driven from this. So exactly what Amber's saying, like if you don't want somebody to pull up your Google search and go, oh, well, they're closed on Sunday, and you lose a deal because you put closed on Sunday here, then that's really kind of something to think about. You might want to just do 24 hours just to be safe. I mean, what's the harm?
Also with the ads, you have to be like really specific, because I
Mm-hmm.
pulled I put an ad in California and Florida, and for people moving to Austin.
Yeah.
And I started getting calls from literally all over the world.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not in Florida.
They do have a process that you can go through with an advisor if you sign up with them and
Mhm.
do the spend and all that stuff, and they'll
Right.
optimize it, so.
Okay, ad messaging. This is what I want you to think about. Do you want to add messages? It's a great thing. Yes, I want people to be able to message you through your Google page as long as you're checking it. If you just created a brand new Gmail account and you haven't added it to your phone and you're not going to be checking it all the time, when someone messages you, you're not going to know. Okay, so add messages, yes, as long as you're going to be checking that email address that this page is attached to. Okay.
Or text messages, right? If you put your phone number.
It could potentially be text messages. It's going to depend on how we set it up in the back end to allow people to reach you. Okay. Business description. So we have more rules we need to talk about. If you haven't listed Prosper One, Realty One, I always do it wrong. If you haven't listed ROG, if you haven't put your name or team name, if you don't have Realtor, you don't have broker name or DBA, any of these things that you haven't already put on your page need to go in the description. Whoops. Guess you don't need those. Yeah, exactly. So here in the description, you can add licensed Realtor, because now we can use all caps, Realtor, licensed in Texas. That's my state of licensure. Too many things open. Firm name, state of licensure, Realtor. So I just did licensed in Texas, Realtor. I still need firm name. If my website didn't comply with these two, I still need to have those links. Licensee name or team name, broker name, DBA. Okay, so all of that stuff needs to go into the description. Now, if you don't have, well, I mean, y'all do, but just the question was asked, what if our website doesn't have information about brokerage and consumer protection? You can save those in Google Drive, you can save those in Dropbox, and all of those online systems give you a shareable link, right? So I could go over here, not right now because I'll mess it up again, but I could go into the apps and go into Google Drive. There it is. And I can upload information about brokerage services there, and it will allow me to get a link that I can use. Okay.
How do I know if I have that?
And where?
You should, because Amber took care
Well,
of
if
it.
you have your
Did we
website
post it
listed,
now?
if you have your website listed, then your info, your IABS and the consumer protection notice is on your
Oh,
website.
okay.
So as long as you have it one click away, you're fine.
Yes, exactly.
So how do you
And-
go in, once this is all created, that
little menu icon
Okay.
in Google, and you should have, business should be listed. If not, you can just type in
Okay. So
business.google.com.
that little business icon, you can click on that and then it will take you directly to your business page.
Hey guys online, Nicole's computer just restarted, so we're getting her reset up here and we'll reshare the screen. So give us just a minute.
I have a question while you're reading. I have a question. So the edits that we're making, we're in class right now, making some edits. Yes. But then we go out and go back to our business page. Yes. Before I print anything, I look at the side and it has the bar where it shows my information, but none of my recent edits are already there.
I would log out and log back in, or do it like a browser refresh.
Okay, thank you.
And then for this like bio area that we were just in.
Yeah.
This is searchable, like
Yes.
keywords in here, keywords that get searched. And
Yes.
so we should, okay. got it.
Yes, so, for y'all online, the question was, are the words searchable in the description? Yes, that's a very important point. The description is searchable. All of this stuff is searchable, so be very cognizant of using words that you want people to find you for when they search those words in Google.
Okay, the
So
code.
in this description, can we put more instead of kind of formal, can we add a
848?
bio?
Yes.
Like what we would do on our website?
Yes.
3185 8834. And then I will make you that co-host and you will be good. Yay. I'm gonna mute mine.
Did y'all miss me?
Sorry. Wow.
You can't have two Zooms in the same room because it creates an echo.
Making co-host.
Okay.
Go.
Sweet. All right. So now let's,
Wow. You're like God. There we go. Okay, you should be good now.
Do not tell.
hang on, can we call my kids real quick? Luke, I am your father. Okay.
This is terrible.
I think it's kind of fun.
See, knew it.
This is what happens when we go back to normal, right?
That's exactly right.
Craziness.
I will tell you, this is probably my 4th class that I've done in person. And there has been some kind of weird glitch with every single one.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah. It's just,
So.
I love it. This is awesome. Okay. So now let me get back to my Google account.
You'll just need to share your screen once you get that too.
Yes. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Nicole's real estate and stuff. All right. Screen share.
Where Carrie is, you'll have to.
Oh,
expand
yes,
that. Yeah,
duh.
I know. Such a pain. And then
All
it's
right.
off.
Here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and go to too much stuff on this little tiny screen. Business.google.com. And actually, I think it was google.com/business, but either way, it still got me there. Those are my verified. I'm in the wrong account. Business.google.com. So now I'm not walking you through the steps like we were. Now my account is created, unfortunately, because my computer shut down. So if you want to get to exactly where I am, you're going to go to business.google.com and then log in. Make sure that on the right side, if you have multiple Gmails, that you're logged into the correct one. So you're going to click on it, business.google.com. Okay, so now we're going to go through the stuff on the left, which is still really essentially what we already were doing. Home screen, this is just, you're like, here's what's happening like when you first log into Matrix. Manage your business on Google, complete your business profile. That's probably what I want you to do first. If you haven't, as you were creating your profile, you haven't done that description because that's where we stopped. You haven't added a logo. you don't have photos, go ahead and start adding those things. Now, you don't have to do it right this second. I'm telling you, like, when you leave here today, this is how you're going to do it. So again, I was on the home screen. And then I have this little widget that says complete your business profile. Okay, right now my profile is only 50% complete. Then over on the left, I'm going to go to post. Post, this is for those of y'all that have Facebook pages, Instagram pages, or even just personal Instagram or personal Facebook. A post is really the same thing that you do on those things. A post is going to be talking about, you know, a new listing, posting an open house, adding pictures of listings, adding pictures of places that you want new people in town to visit here in Austin. Okay, because remember, you're trying to focus on, like, if you're the South Austin person, you're going to make posts about South Austin and try and show people why you're the South Austin expert. Okay, so create your first post is where you're going to go in and add pictures and post things that are happening currently, right? Versus where we were doing info, this is all the stuff that is staying on your page consistently, okay? So under info, phone number, website, all those things that we were adding and editing, you can fill in there. If you win the lottery this weekend, you can mark as permanently closed. All right, back over on the left. Did you also notice it's telling me I'm not verified yet? Your stuff isn't going to work, verification needed. Well, I'm also waiting on a postcard, but all right. So under info, we have insights. I don't have any insights, well, because I just built my page, but also because I'm unverified. This is probably the most important part of your Google business page. Insights are the most important part of your Google business page, because what insights are analytics. Okay? Analytics tell you what's working, so you can do more of that. They tell you what's not working, so you can do less of that. So if you can look at your insights and find out pictures of houses get more clicks, you're going to do more of that, right? This is the most important thing that you're going to look at after today, because after today, it's up and running. You're not constantly changing phone numbers, things like that. You're going to do posts and you're going to check your insights, and then you're going to do more of what works. Okay. Reviews. I get asked a lot, Nicole, where should I get testimonials? Should I have them on Zillow, realtor.com, on Facebook? Google My Business page is one of my top recommendations. Of 3 places I would tell you to have people write testimonials or recommendations, reviews, Google My Business would be one of those 3. LinkedIn would be one of the other. Okay. Now I can't get any reviews right now until I'm verified. But reviews will allow people to come and write things about you. Y'all, I don't buy a $12 shirt on Amazon without reading reviews. I'm sure as heck not going to do a $500,000 transaction with a real estate agent without reading reviews. For real. Messages. Remember we talked about, are you going to be allowing messages or not allowing messages? So you need to know that they're here.
I don't know, but it's been sharing, so you're good.
Photos, again, just like adding listings of houses, photos of, whatever you're doing. You go on property tours, any of that kind of stuff. Oh gosh, we haven't had property tours in years, but whatever. You can add photos just like you can add posts. Products, this is more for retail type establishments. But if you have stock photos, you want to put, pictures of the office, of the store, the front of the office so that people recognize it when they get here, you could put something like that in products. Carrie, you have a question? All right. Services. Those are the things that we already picked. right? Services are those things that we either picked from their list or we added our own. So if we want to edit or update those, it's done in services over here on the left. Website, same song, different verse. Nope, just kidding. This is an actual website for your Google business page. We're going to leave that be right now. We're going to say, just don't do that right now. I don't even want to go there. Ooh, we are not building a website today, dudes. I do not have the energy left. Users, do you have an assistant or somebody that's going to be working on your behalf? Do you want Amber to have access to your page in case you lock yourself out? You can add, you can add additional users and give them access to post and use this as you, as your business, okay? And then this other stuff like create an ad, we're not going to do today, a custom Gmail, we're not going to add another business. And then down here again, get verified. They're still telling me, hey, Nicole, when you get your postcard, or did you not get your postcard, let us remail the postcard down at the bottom of that list in the menu. Then the last thing is going to be settings. And take a second to just look at settings. This again is one of those things like how much email do you want from Google? What things do you want to get notified about? What do you not want to get notified about? Okay. Questions thus far? Again, business.google.com will take us to this page. And then the biggest thing is to make sure that you have gone into click on the Google, the Gmail account that you created the business page on. Okay. If you go to business.google.com and you have multiple Gmails, you're not going to see your Google My Business page unless you go to the Gmail that you associated the account, the business account with. Like if I go to this Nicole B. Boynton, if I click on that, there's no Google My Business page on it. So I'll be like, what happened? It's gone. I'm just on the wrong account.
I keep seeing the reminder that all the changes that I make are being saved, but they're not being published
Until you verify. Okay, well, so then that's good. Then that's why we didn't see when you were looking, it wasn't showing you those changes. Okay, let's pull up the packet. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. As a reiteration, because everything kind of broke right in the middle of this, in the description of your page, make sure that you have everything that is listed in advertising compliance, or in the case of consumer protection and information about brokerage, you put your Realty One website in the website link on your profile. All right, so I'm going to just kind of scroll through all the things that we were filling out. Verifying services hours. Dun, dun. This is like literally what we just did. We went through all of these steps. Info, add business description. So if you haven't done licensed in Texas, realtor, broker name, all of those things, put it in the description. More compliance, complete your profile. Okay, we have not talked about short names.
Did you show us already how to put the IABS and all of that on there?
Amber said that your Realty One websites already have them.
Okay, that's what I missed. And so you said to put that in a link.
Yes,
And
exactly.
where did we do that, on settings?
It's under info. It's
Okay.
on your, let me get back to it. Minimize.
sorry.
No, you're good. When you are, so I'm at business.google.com. And if I
Yeah.
click on the 3 lines on the left and I go to my business. So I'm going to click and open that business. And then under info,
Right.
on that menu, website is right.
Add website. Okay, great. Thank you.
You're welcome. So you'll click on that pencil and that
And then
will allow you to
we're
add
adding, what are we adding? Our website?
your page on the Realty One
Okay, gotcha.
company site. Yes, the link to your page.
They may or may
Okay.
not be there. I don't have them currently, but
Okay.
Amber's gonna help me put them there.
Excellent. Yeah. So if they're not there, get with Amber because she can make sure that they're added. Because everybody obviously has their own individual IABS. It has your license number. You want to make sure that your link for your page. Okay, short names. You can create a short name for your business to make it easier to find. Like we were doing that bit.ly thing. Rather than me giving you a big long Dropbox link, I gave you a short URL. Google My Business offers you a short name as well. So you can do that through the info section as well. You're going to have to get verified before they allow you to do that. But what's nice about this is it gives you a little, it'll be something like this, g.page. Let me show you. G.page / Nicole's best widgets. And that's something you can put on business card or advertising. Put in your Facebook profile. That will give you, rather than doing google.com !1235 / right? It gives you a cute username, cute URL.
And that was G page.
It's g.page is what it will end up being. And it won't allow you to even do this until you're verified. So if you're not verified, I probably wouldn't even bother looking for it.
So question on verifying, I didn't see that step when in between opening our address and phone
Okay.
number and then moving on. So there was some verify, I didn't, but but it did open up. It's showing that it's there. So I guess it's ready.
Did you just create the page or have you had it?
I created it on the phone online here with you.
Okay. So unless they sent you a text to verify it, look
Okay.
in the menu. So in the 3 dashes, you're going to click on that to get to the menu. And if you scroll down, you can click get verified. It's towards the very bottom.
Okay.
And then you can either click to have them mail you the postcard, which is most likely what's going to happen. You're going to put your name in there. So the postcard comes to you and then you're going to hit mail.
I don't have that, which tells me maybe I'm already verified. I have create an ad, get custom Gmail, add new business.
Okay. Yeah. Then maybe you are verified. Does it?
It just,
When you go to the home tab, is there anything there that says you need to get verified? Like mine says verification needed in a big box.
no, and mine was different than y'all's.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it's
So then maybe it
up
did
to
it.
date,
Yeah.
now manage your business profile, claim your 500 free advertising credit.
Okay.
Okay, maybe I
didn't-
did it correctly and I just thought I skipped it.
I hope you didn't actually accidentally steal the office's profile.
It says Carrie Collins Real Estate.
It does. Okay. Then yeah. Cool. All right. If you run into problems and something stops working, it's probably a verification issue. But as long as everything's working well, then you're good. Okay. So the short URL, wait and do that after you're verified. Once you are verified, you should be able to do that in the menu under the home tab. I'm sorry, not the home, the info tab. And under info, it'll be one of these options to create your short URL. Okay. Usernames, because this short URL is considered a username. National Association of Realtors has rules, of course, about what you can use for a username and what you cannot. It mostly revolves around use of the word realtor because realtor is a trademarked term. The difference between what you can use with the word realtor and what you cannot use is the left side is people who are real estate or realtors. The right side are people who are realtors with descriptive words. Right? So like Chicago realtor, you can't use descriptive words and phrases with the word realtor. You can say your name, realtor, but you can't be a Chicago Jane realtor. You can't be a residential realtor. In a username, this is just the username, which is the short URL. Yes. So you can't do this until you're verified anyway. Just what I'm trying for you to keep in mind is when you create your short URL for your business page, just don't use the word realtor. That's really the easiest way to stay out of trouble.
It's not showing a short URL on the info page for me.
It's not giving you add short name.
No. Can you show me again on your screen where that is? Add short-
Right now, what's showing on the screen right now under the info tab, that's where it
Yeah.
should be.
Okay, let me go back there. Thank you.
Sure.
Info.
Okay, we talked about post. And here's kind of information about, okay, let's talk about this. Do y'all know how to get a link from Matrix to your listings? Because it seems like it should be super easy and it's not. So if you're going to add listings to your Google My Business page or to your Facebook, let me show you real quick how to add a link from Matrix. Oh, dang, it's not in here, but that's okay. Here is where you get the link in Matrix that is shareable. And this isn't in your packet, so I can send this to Amber. You're going to go to My Matrix, My Listings.
In A
Yes, in ABOR. And then you're going to select the listing that you already like. You're going to, in the drop down, it's going to be My Active Listings. So it looks sort of like search results, right? You're going to select that by clicking on it. And then it gives you the option to do share. So then it gives you a link rather than having, I mean, you could link to it on the Realty One website. That would totally work too. But the other option, if you want to add a link from Matrix, is to go through My Matrix within
How does
ABOR.
that look on Google when it's shared? I just haven't seen people do that.
I think it gives a preview. Like, I think
Okay.
it's good.
It's a thumbnail preview.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
But it's only for active.
It's only for active. Correct. Okay. Insights we talked about. What's the most important part of your Google My Business page? Insights. Thank you. Download the Google My Business app also, rather than having to go business.google or log into Google and go to the little waffle thing. I'm going to call it a waffle now.
That's going away.
I call it a dial pad.
It's going away.
Really?
Yes.
I hadn't even heard that. Okay,
I
you're like-
love the waffle.
I love this. I love it.
Amber is the best. What's going away?
The waffle is going away.
Well, so not the waffle, the app, the Google.
Oh,
My
the app
Business
is going
app.
away?
Yes,
Oh,
the
that's
Google
a
My
bummer.
Business app is going away.
Okay,
Oh,
just
So,
kidding.
Not the waffle, the Google
Just
My
kidding.
Business app.
You don't want this.
Where are they putting it? They're no longer doing the app anymore. Everything's going to be in the Google Business Center. I will share a contact with you and you, Nicole,
Sweet.
of someone that stays pretty on top of these things. that-
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be great. Okay, so just kidding. Don't download the Google My Business app. If you want to access your business page, get used to going like I have Chrome on my phone. I go into Chrome and go google.business.com. Okay. I'm going to stop sharing and see if y'all have questions or y'all have questions. Where do we- No, this is when I leave and Amber takes over.
Oh, I'm sure she will.
Well, we can definitely have follow-up or like
For sure.
I
We
mean-
can always do one-on-one. You can work with Whitney if y'all have like specific needs. We can always do one-on-ones with Whitney over Zoom or in person, but y'all have an Amber, which most people don't have.
Can you go back to adding my listings from
Uh-huh.
Matrix?
Yeah.
So I'm
from
there, I
Matrix?
want to add my office active listings. And I select them all, but the share button's grayed out.
Yeah, because you can't do the whole, you have to do them one at a time.
Oh,
You can only pick one address to share.
so will it update as my office has, I guess it won't, if you have to pick
No.
one at a time. So
Right.
then you're going
Yeah,
in.
Right,
Manage-
that would, okay, so this gets sort of like super deep. What you're asking for is basically the IDX feature, which there is an IDX feature available in Matrix, but you have to embed that in your Google page. Like that's way more involved. It is
Okay.
doable, but that's not the feature that we're talking about.
But they can find that on my website, my Realty One
exactly.
website.
Yeah, they
Okay,
can get it
so
from your
I don't need
website.
to do that. although it would be cool. And what I'm thinking is when I have a listing, then I go in and as part of my process, I put it on there.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry.
So, well, you said you will add one down there.
I haven't done a ton of Google ads.
You know the site link extension portion? What is the purpose of that? What links?
I would use the link that you want people, like if you have a contact form on your website, like when people go to a page on your website, it pops up a contact form. I would probably use that. Okay, online guys, do you have more questions?
Yes, one more. Oh, Insight. I think, wasn't it Insight that you add the link for the listings or?
No, adding the listings is actually done as a post.
Yeah.
So you can go to post here on the menu and like mine says, create your first post because I don't have one yet. And so I click post and then I can do create your first post. It's telling me how to do this. Then right here, create your first post. So I would do,
Update your status is where you're posting it, or how are you? doing
yeah,
it? Where do you
I
put
would-
The link in here. Yeah.
you can put the link in the description if you want. Okay. Other online questions?
That question. I too put my, I have two different business profiles.
Okay,
And I accidentally put both of them under the same.
the same Gmail?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
and what, is it a big deal?
No, not at all.
Nobody's gonna see it, right?
I mean, it's really just that it gives you're accessing both of them in one place rather than two places. It's fine. As long as it doesn't bother you that they're the same email address, it's fine.
Will that, address
Wait,
pop up
shouldn't
somewhere?
this be for
It
the
could potentially be on the Google My Business page, yeah.
You can put it there and then put your status in.
So you're saying I can't do that?
Do what?
Realtor Sandy.
Well, it let you do it. I mean, it said that
I
you
didn't
can't
do it
have,
today.
It's
been
gonna
like
let
that.
you do it. And the person that I follow that talks about it,
yeah,
talks about skirting rules, right? Now, as long as you have most things in compliance and it's like, you just need to understand that
Google
if
could,
someone comes back and says something, then they could, I guess.
yeah. Yeah, so that, I think you're okay, basically. Just know, like, at some point you could get something from Google that says your name is not compliant. You need to rectify it within 30 days or we're gonna take your page down.
And that's why it takes time for them to review
Right.
updates, because they do
Because they're looking at,
tend to go through, and that's why if you're adding a lot of photos, they say limit how many you're adding per day.
Yeah.
So it's not like they're spamming.
makes sense.
Anyway.
All right, are y'all good online, my friends? My Zoom friends?
Thanks, guys, for
All right,
working
good.
through the technical issues
Yes.
with us.
Yes, we are way past time, but always, of course, want to make sure we get through your questions and get through everything we needed to. So y'all are free to go. Just remember that if you needed CE, please be sure that you filled out that form and paid your money. Otherwise, we won't know that you need credit. All right, I'm
Thanks, y'all.
shutting you down. Bye.
Are you doing